Hello everybody, this is Captain Jerwa bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle. This is an OU battle I had using a team made by Super Effective 87, so his link will not be in the description. But anyway, let's just look at the team preview here. I'm on the other side, as I usually am, and basically this team is built around Double Dance, Landorus T, Swords Dance, Rock Polish, Edgequake. It's very good, perfect coverage, really powerful. And my opponent has freaking stupid Rain, which is annoying. But anyway, let's just get right into this battle. He's going to lead off with his Jirachi as I lead off with my Rotom. This is a very, very nice matchup for me. He's just going to U-turn. I believe I just Will-O-Wisp, but he predicts that very nicely. Goes into Espeon to get the Magic Bounce. But fortunately, it misses, which is pretty funny because I always go for Will-O-Wisps early in the match in my OU battles, and when it bounced back, it missed me, which always happens because I always miss when I go for it at the beginning of the battle, so I know, that's kind of funny. But I go into Tyranitar, because it's an Espeon, I'm a Tyranitar, and I was like, alright, I can just Pursuit Trap him. But he ends up going for the Baton Pass, which actually avoids Pursuit for some random reason. He passes it into Keldeo, and I go for the Pursuit, which gives him the attack boost, which doesn't really do anything, but kind of just made me like, oh man, he has like 3 boosts right now. But I don't really care, I'm just gonna stay in, set up my Stealth Rocks, just risking the death from the Secret Sword. Or actually, I have Choppleberry, so I think that's why I did that. I wanted to get Stealth Rocks because he has a Dragonite and a Tornadus, and I was fairly certain he would not send an Espeon on that turn. But anyway, gonna bring in my Latias. This is actually Scarfed Latias, which is actually a lot better than you might think, just because it's still decently powerful. It's bulkier than Latios, and it has a nice surprise factor, so just gonna go for the Psyshock here as he sends in his Jirachi. I guess he could have stayed in there just because he had a Calm Mind up, but I guess he just didn't want to like stall a bunch, thinking I would be just a Calm Mind Latias or something. But as he sends in Jirachi, I just bring in my Landorus Therian. I believe he U-turns. Yeah, he U-turns and he goes into his either he goes back into Keldeo. That's right. He goes back into Keldeo, and I think I go right back into my Latias just because it's freaking Keldeo, and Latias is a good check to it. But he actually ends up double switching as I go. What do I do? I need to speed this up more. Oh, as I go into my Rotom, just predicting a Surf and knowing I could take Secret Sword pretty well. And this is actually Resto Chesto Rotom, so he U-turns, I Volt Switch. I'm not going to fall for the same trick twice of him going into Espeon and me getting the Will-O-Wisp getting shot back in my face. But here, I bring in Landorus Therian on Espeon. And I could have just gone for the Earthquake here, but I decided to go for the Rock Polish as he Psychics, because I knew if I went for the Rock Polish, I could get a guaranteed kill, because if he decided to switch into Tornadus that turn, I could have got a Rock Polish up and then hit that with a Stone Edge. So by going for the Rock Polish there, I'm just able to get a guaranteed kill, and then as he brings in his Politoed, I'm able to get off a huge hit with that Earthquake. This is a Specs Politoed, which I usually run max HP, so that Earthquake did a lot for what this Politoed is. But so now, since he's at 10%, I bring in my Tyranitar just to win the Weather War, because Stealth Rocks are up, he does not have a spinner. When this thing switches out, it is going to die. And after this turn, it's going to die, because I hit it with a Psyshock, and it would have died to Sandstorm. So yeah. Now, Latias is getting pretty low, and he does have a Jirachi, but I believe I still do. Yeah, I still save this. I go right into my Fortress, thinking he might want to Iron Head. Even if he doesn't, Fortress is the best thing to take the U-turn, because after the U-turn, I'm all the way back up to Sturdy, which is pretty hilarious. But I just switch into my Tyranitar and his Keldeo here, just because I don't really need it at this point, since I already won the Weather War. It's getting pretty low, and like Tornadus can cap Focus Blast or Hammer Armor, not Hammer Arm, Superpower. So yeah, Now I bring in Latias, and he finally sees that I'm Scarf here as I outspeed his Keldeo and kill him. I guess he thought there he could just stay in and finish me off since I was at 12%, but that does not happen. Scarf Latias is so surprising. But it's walled by Jirachi, which he does have. And this is actually Scarf Jirachi, but still walls Latias to no end. But here he brings in Tornadus, and I bring in my Rotom, because Rotom is a great counter to Tornadus, but I wanted to bait the fighting move, so I go into Gengar. But he goes for Rain Dance, and I'm like, oh man, I just got destroyed, kind of. But interestingly enough, he switches into Dragonite instead of going for Hurricane. Like, I thought Gengar outsped him actually, but Tornadus actually outspeeds by 1 point, and if he went for a Hurricane there, there was a chance of him OHKOing me, but instead he switches into Dragonite and just gets 2-hit KO by Shadow Ball, which is very, very nice. I'm a big fan of that. Now he brings back in his Tornadus and does what he should have done in the first place. Kills me with a Hurricane, which, yeah, that's a thing. So now I bring in my Fortress because I'm at Sturdy and because his Rain ran out. I am pretty confident that I can just get off a Volt Switch here. And he ends up switching anyway, so that's good that he didn't decide to be aggressive and stuff. So now I bring in Rotom on Jirachi, I live the Zen Headbutt, go for the rest, get all of my health back so I can live a hit from Tornadus. And I knew once I did not get flinched there that this man just got destroyed. So now he's just still just locking himself into Zen Headbutt. I bring in my Fortress because I can live that. And these next like 5 or so turns, he is just gonna sit here being extremely annoying and freaking Zen headbutting me to no end and gets like 5 flinches in a row. So I'm just gonna speed this up a lot. So he gets like 5 flinches in a row, and I finally break through and get the Gyro Ball, which, oh man, that was just, I was just writhing in anger at that point, and I knew it didn't really matter. I was just annoyed that he got so many flinches, even though it didn't matter, because I knew I could just bring in Rotom to kill his Tornadus, which I do end up doing, so that was a very narrow 1-0 victory in my favor. Very good OU match. Landorus didn't get to sweep this match, but it got pretty nice kill and won me the Weather War, so it still did pretty well. And Scarf Latias got its surprise kill, and yeah. So anyway, that was the match. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a comment. And otherwise, I will see you all next time. Peace.